Marcus Smart left the court during the fourth quarter of the game against the Lakers over the weekend with a calf strain. I'm Mariah Janos, joined by Bobby Manning. Bobby, what's the latest on Smart's injury? What can you tell us about him?
So it looks like it's not an Achilles tear, which is what we were all terrified of that night. It was a horrifying thought, frankly, the fact that he could not only miss upwards of a year plus with an injury like that, which would be devastating for this team's chances this year, but would also hurt his career drastically into the future to have an injury like that. Very few guys have done it, and when they do come back from that kind of a ailment, it's stunning, just as Kevin Durant has this year. Not many people expected him to be back at the level he's playing at this year. So you see that ripple in the calf and you get terrified, but it looks like it's just a grade 1 inner calf strain, which I think is one of the bigger, not bullets, but missiles dodged by a player in recent memory in a Celtics uniform. I mean, he's just going to miss a couple weeks now. I think it could go longer. This, from what I've read up on this injury, it can be something that's nagging, that lingers, that you want to take slower rather than rush back. So I think the Celtics could be moving forward for as much as a month now without Smart. So it's still going to be a significant strain on this team through some tough road games ahead and other things. But fortunately, Peyton Pritchard seems right around the corner returning. So one guy's out, one guy's in, as it's been all year with the Celtics.
Right now, as I was about to say, what kind of impact does his absence have if he does end up missing more closer to a month than the 2-week mark?
Well, it hurts them trying to get this defense together. This defense has been, frankly, embarrassing at times for the team, especially this week. They got off to a good start with the Cavs win and the Bulls win, where they played well on that end of the floor. But then the miscues that they had rebounding against the Lakers, overall against the Spurs, and what was probably their worst defensive game of the season. Smart's obviously their best defender. He organizes them. He's a great switching guy. All that stuff they're going to miss immensely. And another guy who can shoot, but I do think they have some depth to make this happen. Peyton Pritchard, I mean, you think of what he's brought to the team this year already, replacing Kemba early in the year when he was out. Now he's going to do a lot of things in terms of facilitation that I think are going to make the Smart loss hurt a little bit less. And so with this Pritchard thing, I was thinking about it earlier today. The way he's replaced multiple players this year, and Hayward to some degree too, with the secondary creating he's done, makes him probably one of the most important Danny Ainge picks ever, because they needed to nail a depth role guy coming into this year, whether it was in free agent or the draft. They obviously struck out in free agency so far, looking at how Teague and Thompson have done, but Pritchard has been outstanding, and hopefully he can come back from this knee injury and just keep rolling, because they're going to need him.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm right there with you. Definitely a great pick, someone who's been super helpful so far this season. So all eyes on him going forward for the next month or so. For all of our Celtics coverage, head to clnsmedia.com and subscribe to our YouTube channel.